This project is using wood and metal inserts cut from plasma. Here I've got the diagram showing the layout for the herron. This is in a spire, and this is the layout for the horse. Cedar's very nice to machines, very soft. Here I'm using a 90-degree bit, and the depth was set on automatic, so it's just going down the natural depth. I do that because then when I paint the letters and sand a bit off, it doesn't change the letter quality too much. So after using a V-bit to cut the letters out, then I use the end mill, 1/4-inch end mill, 3-inch long, to cut the actual frame. And I use tabs to keep that circle from flying around. All my cuts are 60 to 80 inches per minute. I keep an eye on the router amps, and if I see the amps are starting to climb, I'll back off the feed a bit. I keep the speed about 19,000 RPM. This cedar is about 7/8 thick, so I made it a little extra thick just because I may want to sand a bit when I paint those letters black. You slobber it around a little bit, so you have to sand it all off to get rid of the black paint off the surface. This piece here is the oval cut for the herron. Here I'm using a V60 bit. Same type of piece of wood, 7/8 thick, fairly large piece, about 26 inches long. I used the V60 bit because I wanted a bit of a different font, different letter. Again, I let it go for its program depth. I didn't change the depth of the letter. And again, I do that because I have to paint these letters black and it has to be all sanded off. Then I use the 1/4-inch end mill to cut the oval out, and it's about 60 to 80 inches per minute. Again, I use tabs here. I don't want that center piece to fly out, either damage the cutter or damage my workpiece. I usually use 1/4x1/4 tabs, and 4 of them per cut. This is the herron with the raw cedar frame. I'm just trying it on for size to make sure it fits okay. In the next shot, I've got the horse, so I'll make sure it's going to fit. You'll notice it's a bit big there. I'm going to grind a bit off. After this is done, you seal the whole plaque with a sealer, and then you give the letters a coat of black paint. Just slobber it on, and then sand it all off, and I put a finish on everything. And then I give it a sealer coat, 2 or 3 seal coats to top it off. Just showing what the finished product is going to look like. The herron is going to have to be welded to a rod and painted black, and the horse is going to have to be welded with a rod going up and down, and I'll paint it black. Just like this next shot here where I show the sailboat. The sailboat was painted black, and there's a rod that goes right through the frame.